Chicka Slim Shady. Hi, my name is. Shout out to Slim Shady, man. It turns out he's done. This is the death of Slim Shady, and Eminem has announced a new album. That's what it is. It's titled "The Death of Slim Shady," and he basically, the way he announced it is he started. He basically made an appearance at the 2024 NFL Draft, and usually when Eminem makes like public appearances, you can almost expect something coming out of it, like an announcement of something, because like Eminem doesn't really, go out or do much anything. You never really see him in the public like that. So 90% of the time, he's announcing something or promoting something when he's out and about. And we got exactly that, man. He dropped a trailer, and it's called Next on Detroit Murder Files. And it's this funny, like, kind of, hey, what happened? Like, how did Slim Shady die? 50's in it, like, So let's play the clip. Let's just see, what Eminem's promoting here.
Through his complex and oft-criticized tongue-twisting rhymes, the blonde anti-hero known as has had no shortage of enemies.
I thought we were friends. He's not a friend. He's a psychopath.
Perhaps it's no surprise that the same rude lyrics and controversial antics which made him infamous may have ultimately led to his demise.
So who killed Slim Shady?
With such a wide field of potential suspects, finding his killer makes for a difficult task.
Well, whoever did it, I'd like to shake their hand one day.
The murder of Slim Shady has become one of the most infamous cold cases in American history. Join me as we recreate the events that led to his slaying, in the hopes that someone, somewhere, will come forward with the truth.
I knew it was just a matter of time for Slim.
So at the end, Eminem, he has like his blurred out face, but then, it reveals that it's him talking, which was no surprise. You could tell by his tattoo and the voice. The voice changes to really hide his whatever identity. But yeah, 50 was in it, which to me, the reason why I like that is because I think 50 is going to be on the album. I would hope with him being in the trailer. Okay, so first, let me break down what I want from this album. First, the title, The Death of Slim Shady. Fire. Probably one of the best Eminem album titles for a minute. I think Eminem has been hitting at this. There was a fan that kind of predicted, quote unquote, that, hey, this should be Eminem's next album, and she went like viral for it. But when you look at the trail of things, you can kind of see that they was going this direction, which now, hindsight, we can tell, but like when you didn't get the title, we didn't really know. But Music to Be Murdered By was the last album. So that kind of, Music to Be Murdered By Eminem, The Death of Slim Shady, it kind of, and there's stuff like merch he was pushing, and then when he was talking about the My Name Is Anniversary music video, he was talking about like, I don't know if I could ever do a Slim Shady again or whatever. So that kind of hinted at the death of Slim Shady, that, it's not going to potentially ever come back again. But hindsight, now we could say, oh, we know what it was. But now it's like we know that, hey, he was hinting at these things, trail of little things that were saying, hey, this is my concept for the album. So one, the album title is fire. I think Eminem has a potential to deliver, dare I say, classic. I don't know if I should go that far because Eminem hasn't, to me, delivered a classic in a minute. But dare I say, a really great album, an 8 out of 10, a 9 out of 10. Eminem has an ability to do that in my eyes. Still. Because I like Kamikaze. I gave it, I think, an 8 or 9, somewhere around there. Kamikaze I really enjoyed. But the last couple of albums, like Revival, obviously that is Eminem's worst album. And then Music to Be Murdered By was all right. I'm not going to give it a high praise of 8 or 9. I give it like a 6, maybe 7. It's an all right album. It's good, not great, not classic, but it's a good album. It's not like, it wasn't anything too special to me. Now, this next album, Eminem has a chance to potentially, do a crazy concept of like writing from Slim Shady's perspective, or this guy coming to murder him, and do like a story. Like what I liked about Relapse is it had these like skits that made it feel like a fucking movie, like a really, really well, written out movie. That's what made me like Relapse. Like he has a chance to kind of go in that Relapse potentially realm. Because, Slim Shady has that kind of thing about him, where, he has these murder type of, vibes to him too. So It could be like a Relapse 2. I would love that. A Relapse type of 2 concept with Slim Shady dying. So he has, in my eyes, like if he comes with a Relapse type of concept with Slim Shady dying and telling that story of how he died, like from beginning to end, and then like 50 adding in like, you know, like a Psycho Part 2 type of record where he's like helping kill Slim Shady and Dr. Dre's gonna, like, there's so many ways this could go. But that's the problem, is it can go left really quickly and it can be a bad album, or it can go right and be a really great album. So I'm excited. Summer 2024. I love the title. That's already got me hyped. And, you know, with 50 being in the clip, I hope 50's on the album because of that. 50 said Dre produced some fire on there. Like 50 posted it and said, you know, Dre's got some heat on there. So we know Dre's produced some stuff. I personally, like I said, when it was announced that when it was announced that Eminem's coming out with an album, I personally wanted an Eminem produced album with some Dre beats, stuff like that. Metro Boomin reached out after the announcement of this album. He said, hey, Eminem, lock in with me. I wouldn't mind a Metro Boomin. I think Metro Boomin is somebody could really, not, I don't want to say save Eminem's career, because it's not like his career is dead or anything, but kind of put some life more into Eminem's career. But then it's like a slippery slope where you get these newer producers and it doesn't really sound like an Eminem classic type of album. And, you know, I would much rather like an Eminem produced album with Dre production here and there. I think when Eminem does that, it comes out perfectly. That's what Relapse was. Mainly Dr. Dre production, or I don't remember if it was Eminem, but that's what I want. I want a mainly Eminem produced album with some Dr. Dre production here and there. And the story to be, hey, let's tell the story of how Slim Shady dies. And the funny thing is, people are saying, hey, this is going to be Eminem's last album. You know, this is farewell. Come on, guys. It's a fictional character that's dying. It's not, you know, if it said like the death of Eminem or whatever, like even Eminem, like Eminem is a fictional character. Like the real person is Marshall Mathers. And we get that on like records like Mockingbird. And, you know, so Eminem has like 3 different characters. So him killing off Slim Shady, you still got Eminem and Marshall Mathers at the end of the day. That's the way I view Eminem. He's got like these 3 different personalities, where Eminem is more like he has his things there and there. Like, I don't know how I would explain Eminem. Eminem is a good, Slim Shady's more like the crazy, you know, killing and all this crazy type of aspect. Eminem, I don't know how to explain Eminem really that well. But Marshall Mathers, I view Marshall Mathers as somebody that talks about like his mom, the Headlights type of record, talks about his daughter Haley and Mockingbird and When I'm Gone. And that's like the more personal Eminem. Eminem is more like, you know, I think more of a balance between Slim Shady and Marshall Mathers, like right in the middle. But yeah, I'm excited. Hey, new Eminem music, I'm hyped. Hopefully we get a new Dre album. You know, Snoop and Dre, I think they're dropping their Missionary album, so I'm hyped. I was anticipating this month for it to be released, because the album is done. I mean, let's not get it twisted. You know, Dre was talking about, hey, we're going to the studio to listen to the album. It's completed, back on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, which was a while ago. So the album's done. I think, summer 2024 is really right around the corner. I think May summer starts or something like that, or June, something, I don't know. So it's very, very around the corner. But I think M probably had it planned for April, but saw all the stuff that's going on with Drake, Kendrick, and all this stuff, and just kind of pushed it back. That's what I'm assuming. But then again, I'm like, Eminem plans out his like, for the most part, I'm sure they plan out Eminem's releases. That's why he went to the NFL thing. You know, it's like kind of like a little bit of a rollout. And Eminem hasn't really had any rollouts for these last couple of albums, man. He just drops them randomly. So I would like to see maybe an Eminem type of rollout, man. I think that could potentially help him with sales and just promotion. I think he's just been dropping albums without no promotion or anything, which hasn't resulted in the best sales in terms of Eminem's standards, obviously. You know, artists selling 200,000 first week is like a success to like 99% of artists. But Eminem doing that, or Drake doing that, or, you know, all these artists that sell insane numbers, it's kind of like not a failure, but it's not like to the standard of what they were. But yeah, I'm excited, man, and I hope you know, we get some great music. And the execution would be probably fire. So we'll keep our eyes posted.